Hello everybody, it's Dana Sullivan, your Stampin' Chick, and look what I have! Oh my gosh! I have the March Paper Pumpkin Kit, no matter the weather. This is the 7th birthday of Paper Pumpkin, and every year on their birthday they do an adorable box, a specialty designed box, and an amazing kit. And last year and this year, they've included an extra stamp set totally free as a thank you to their Paper Pumpkin customers and a way of celebrating their happy birthday. So today I have the March 2020 Paper Pumpkin Kit, no matter the weather. And let me just tell you, the box says it all. It is the cutest kit ever. All right, but then on top of it, the stamps are so cute as well. Okay, so you can see I have 3 different designs of card here. The kit actually makes 12 total, so you're going to get 4 each of the 12 designs, which is so great. And each kit comes with all of the supplies that you need to complete all of the projects. So if you're brand new to Paper Pumpkin, not only will you get this absolutely incredible package in the mail once a month, but your first kit will also include a special block, an acrylic block that you can use for all of the stamps that ever come in this kit. So each kit comes with adhesive, they come with dimensionals, they come with ink, they come with stamps, they come with the paper, they come with die cuts, ribbons, embellishments, whatever is needed for that particular project is included in the Paper Pumpkin Kit, which is incredible. And it's really good deal that comes directly to your door each month, and especially right now with this whole self-quarantine and a lot of places are being put on stay-at-home orders and things like that. I mean, we need things to do in the house that doesn't require us to leave, and Paper Pumpkin is perfect for that. All right, so now I've already been playing with my kit, so I've used up a good share of my supplies. In fact, I've used up almost all of my supplies. But I wanted to share with you the stamp sets, and now I have some of them on blocks already, so this might be a little bit difficult to see. And I've been making masks because, like I said, I've been working with my kit. So let me see. A piece of Whisper white cardstock. Here we go. So that way you can see the stamps. So we have this adorable little bunny rabbit, the basket of flowers, some adorable rain boots with the floral pattern print that goes over the top. So this is a 2-step Stampin'. In fact, the flowers are 2-step Stampin' also because this cluster of flowers coordinates with the flowers in the planter. And then we have a great little house front porch scene and some grass. And this is the bonus stamp set. So this one is totally free with your purchase of the kit. Now, of course, March's kit has already been delivered, and so you're not able to get a hold of this particular kit anymore. However, to keep from missing out on future kits, you definitely want to sign up, and I will have a link down in the description box for you to be able to sign up so that you don't miss another kit, okay? And even as demonstrators, we don't know right off what the stamps or the exact projects are going to be. Paper Pumpkin is really good about keeping it a secret and making it a surprise, so it's always wonderful. But they do let us know what the theme might be and what kind of projects they are. So I do know that April's theme is going to be family related and that it's going to be cards. So that's as much as I can tell you for right now because I don't know anything else than that, but it sounds exciting and I love it. So, okay, back to the March kit. Now, this month's kit does come with this particular stamp set as part of the kit, and it's got 2 different sizes of clouds, some raindrops, some textural backgrounds, and then some really adorable sentiments, as well as 3 different sizes of hearts and this super cute little flower, which is just great. And of course, the two stamp sets coordinate and complement each other very well. And then in the kit, you're also getting the basic gray ink spot, so you'll have that. And then the projects are super, super cute. So let me just move all of this aside for you. I'll show you the cards right quick. Now, like I said, I've already been playing, so I've already completed my kit projects, and of course, as you know, because I always say no naked insides and no naked envelopes. So I've already made my envelopes to match my cards as well. But here's one of the cards. And now these are done per the kit instructions, basically. So we have the little bunny and the shoes. Everything is on dimensionals. Super cute. And then on the inside, I put a pair of the boots with those three hearts, which are very, very cute. All right, so that's card number 1. Card number 2 is more of the rain boots with the floral and the rain clouds outside. And I love this sentiment. No matter the weather, we're in this together. And I feel like this is perfect timing for all of the stuff going on in the world right now. Don't you think? I love it. And then I've put the boots on the outside and put the rain clouds because this one's kind of the rain and gloom. So, and then on the inside, I stamped the cloud half across the score line so that when you're holding it open like this, it kind of looks dimensional. All right, so there's that one. And then the last one, I love all three of them. They're all really pretty. And I love that they each have a patterned envelope to go with them. But I really like the rainbow colors. I've been just into the rainbow colored stuff. And then on the inside, I put a pair of Calypso Coral rain boots. So there's that. And so these are all 3 of the kit's cards. I'll say that a little slower so I don't muddle over my words. There we go. All right, the kit's cards. And then I'm going to show you a few alternatives that I've already posted on my blog today. So you can go over to this morning or early this afternoon's blog post and see more details about these cards. But here's one where I used our stitched rectangles to cut out a card front of one of the card bases. And then I used the back to die cut the circle. And this sentiment, life showers bring love's flowers, super cute. This one came from Under My Umbrella stamp set that's in the 2020 spring catalog. So that one's not one of the paper pumpkin stamps. However, you could use a paper pumpkin stamp there instead. And then the raindrop paper is from the Pleased as Punch Designer Series paper pack. Super cute, and it coordinates wonderfully with this product set. In fact, on the other side of the raindrops are umbrellas, and so I will probably churn out another alternative project or 2 or 3, and I may do one with the umbrellas from that as well, so that's super cute. And then on the inside, I've just put a pair of the rain boots. This one, I used the negative space from the banners to create this from Pool Party and sponge daubers. And so I just laid the template down and masked everything else off and then used the sponge daubers to color them in. So that's how I got that. And then on the inside, the basket of flowers. I kept the insides of them pretty simple because, well, number one, I want all of the focus on the outside, and because I wanted to leave room to write sentiments. So I think that I'm going to be sending these cards out into the world here in the next day or 2, and hopefully some of them will go to some of my neighbors, and maybe you'll get one. Who knows? Would you like to get a card from me? You could leave a comment down below and let me know that you'd like a card. I wouldn't mind sending you one. All right, so now this one, I have done some masking, and so you saw the masks on the stamps. They were the yellow Post-it notes. So I stamped the image, I stamped the floral print over the top, and then I put the masks down, and then I stamped the clouds so that it looks like the clouds are behind. And then I punched out the umbrella from the umbrella punch and layered it over the top to give it some dimension. And then this is the pretty little label punch, pretty label punch, and then a stitch circle. And again, that sentiment that I love so much. And then on the inside, I just did a little scene with the cloud and the raindrops. All right, now this one I really liked because that house stamp kind of seemed like it was off on its own. I mean, it didn't really go with the rain boots or, you know, the flowers or the rabbit or anything. It was kind of off on its own, so I really wanted to make a card featuring that stamp, and I think it came out really well. Hannah actually colored the images for me, so it was great, and we had a lot of fun doing that. And then I used some of the clear epoxy circles to embellish it with, and some of the hearts. And then the yellow striped paper is actually one of the envelopes that I've dismantled and roughed up the edges and rolled it up on the edges to give it a nice distressed book page kind of look. And then I've used the flower cluster in the background with Versamark ink just to give it a little bit of texture. And then on the inside, just a simple stamp of the house with just a tiny bit of shading, and it's done. Very cute, huh? Okay, now this last alternative that I'm going to show you is based on the actual project kit itself. So whenever there's a card kit that doesn't have full-size cards, folks will often make comments about how they wish it was a full-size card, or, man, I really don't like sending the smaller cards in the mail. And sometimes the smaller cards are even smaller than the note cards, and they're too small to go in the mail. Now, these note cards are still just fine to go in the U.S. Post, so I'm not sure about Canada. So if you're in Canada, you definitely want to ask your post office before you send it out. I don't know about them at all. But in the U.S., we can actually send out the note card size. So this is still safe to send out. But if you would like a full-size card, I've done this one to show you. So as you can see, the card front is the exact same thing. So I just took one of these note cards and separated it from the back and made it my front layer. I embellished and decorated exactly the same. And then I put it on a layer of black cardstock and then layered it on a smoky slate card base. And then that's it. So it's exactly the same card. I've just made it a full-size card now. And then on the inside, a pair of the rain boots. And then they match, of course, the ones on the envelope. All right, so super simple, very easy to do. Now you can do this, of course, with any of the other cards, and you can use any colors you want to. So visit my blog, and you'll find the dimensions for the cardstock and the step-by-step information and everything for each of the alternatives that I've just shared with you. All right, friends, so I have another alternative project that I want to actually do with you in this video, and I have to give credit to my friend and fellow demonstrator, Jessica, who is a beautiful, wonderful, intelligent person, and she is phenomenal when it comes to doing paper pumpkin alternatives. I just love her. So Miss Jessica, if you're watching, hello! Okay, so anyway, thank you so much for the idea. I borrowed this idea from her to make the beautiful ice cream cone in the center of this card. Now, I've made my card a little bit different than she made her card, but I loved that ice cream. I thought that was really, really smart. So let me show you how to make that, and it's just going to blow your mind, right? Because this is using the paper pumpkin stamps that we just looked at for the clouds and the rain boots and everything, and ice cream! Oh my gosh, okay, all right. Okay, so what you're going to need You're going to need that flower basket. This is going to be the cone. So you can see here on the yellow, the basket base is the cone. And then the cloud, the little one, are the 3 layers of ice cream. Is that not genius? Okay, and then we're also using the little teeny tiny heart to do the heart stamps on each of the layers. So they're like the little heart sprinkles. Aren't they cute? Okay, let me get this stuff out of the way. Here's what you're going to need for this project. You're going to need a piece of Whisper White thick cardstock measuring 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. This gives you your card base. And then I'm using Coastal Cabana cardstock and regular Whisper White cardstock for my layering circles. And then you're also going to need a scrap of Whisper White regular cardstock for the ice cream, and a scrap of So Saffron cardstock for the cone. Let me set those off to the side. All right, and then we're using the basic gray ink for the sentiment right here. We're using Flirty Flamingo for the clouds for the ice cream itself. We're using Crumb Cake ink on the So Saffron for the cone. And then Poppy Parade ink for the little heart sprinkles on the cupcake, or on the ice cream cone, I'm sorry. You could make it a cupcake. It could definitely be a cupcake. Okay, and then I'm using the Daffodil Delight Rouged Ribbon for the embellishment. And then I'm also using the Heart Epoxy Droplets. You'll notice here, and here that they've got a little bit of gloss to them, and it's because they're these epoxy droplets. And I'm using the dark Poppy Parade Stampin' Blend to color the epoxy droplets so that we can put them on as an embellishment for our card. So we're going to do that part first because I like to give the Stampin' Blends just a minute to dry. So all you're going to do is take the brush tip of your marker and color the droplet. Literally all you do. You'll give it just a second to dry, and you can move it around and it's not going to spread the color anywhere. Okay, so we're going to set that off to the side for just a second to dry. And while we're waiting on that, we're going to go ahead and get our basket and our cloud. And let me bring in my piercing mat because this is a photopolymer stamp set. So this way we get a good clean image on our cardstock. So I'm opening the crumb cake, and I actually don't need to ink up the whole thing because I don't need the flowers at all. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball where my basket is, tap, 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 and then stamp it down. And I'm going to fussy cut this so it doesn't matter if I've still got some flowers on there because we're going to cut them off. Okay, and actually we don't even have to worry about it because they're going to be hidden behind our clouds of ice cream anyway. Alright, so now I'm going to take the Flirty Flamingo ink and this adorable little cloud and tap, 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 not smush, smush, smush. And we're going to stamp 3 of them. Right there. Alright, now I can set all of that off to the side. Okay, now we'll get our trusty scissors. And we're just going to fussy cut Don't have to be perfect about it. This is a very forgiving, very, very forgiving fussy cut. There we go. All right. Okay. So once we get these cut, we're going to layer them together. And as you can see, I'm not stressing too much about my cutting. And one thing I can say that I've learned about fussy cutting is that if you turn the paper and not the scissors so much, you have a little more control over the cut, and you get a little bit of a smoother cut than you do when you're trying to manipulate the scissors around the paper. Alright, so there's one. I'll just set these off to the side. Alright, and the next one. And you can leave as much or as little white around it as you want to. It doesn't matter. It's a really, really, really forgiving fussy cut. There we go. And the last one. There we go. Let me get a little closer than that one. There we go. There we are. Alright, fussy cutting done. So, see, very simple, very easy. And now take our liquid glue, and we're just going to run a little strip of glue right here along the top. Just a tiny bit. And then glue down one. Put a little glue right at the top of that one, and then glue down two. And then repeat, and glue down three. Isn't this adorable? I love it. So cute! So cute. Okay, now that we've got that done, we'll set that off to the side for just a second, and I'm going to go ahead and glue this down to this. So I'll get my handy dandy snail. You can use your liquid glue if you've still got it in hand. It's okay, and we're just going to glue this down directly to the Coastal Cabana layer, just like that. Alright. And now that gave it a second for the glue to set on there. So let's get the Poppy Parade ink and the little bitty heart stamp here. And we're going to stamp directly on the ice cream cone. So I'm going to do one here, and one up here. Alright, very good. Okay. Now let me grab some Stampin' Dimensionals. Now, because this is kind of, I don't know, what do you want to call it, like wonky how it's set up, I'm going to use a bit more dimensionals than I normally would. And I'm kind of making sure that as I go, I'm trying to put them overlapping the two layers. I didn't really do a good job of that on this side, but that's okay. And then I'm going to put one there. Okay, there we go. Are you ready for springtime and warmer weather? This ice cream cone kind of reminds me of summertime, and I'm not really ready for summer just yet per se, but I'm ready for warmer and nicer weather. I'm ready for campfires and cookouts and camping and all the fun outdoorsy stuff. Alright, let's see. Yep, good. Okay, so now we're just going to give it a little press, and then we'll attach it to the card base itself. So we're going to bring those dimensionals back in. And now that I'm working in this bigger area, I'll just use the full size dimensionals here. Whoops, it's a not you. There we go. Alright, make sure we've got the right side opening. You notice that I always do that before I attach a piece to the card. I double check to make sure that I'm doing it in the right direction. I have definitely put pieces upside down more times than I care to admit. Alright, so now that we've got that piece on there, I'm going to take the ruched ribbon and I'm just going to tie a little bow. So as you know, I like to tie it when it's still attached to the roll. It just makes it a little easier to hang on to. You don't tend to waste as much that way. There we go. Ribbon, scissors. There we are. Okay, and a glue dot to attach it in place right about there. Listen, why are you being that way? There we go. And then floofing, and we're good. Alright, now, I'm not going to mess with that bow very much. I will mess with it half the night. Okay, we're taking our basic gray ink that's coming in the kit, and you are capable of amazing things. I love this stamp. In fact, I really just love all of the stamps in this set. It is very, very cute. Okay, very good. And then the last thing to do are to bring in our take your pick tool and those red heart enamel dots. And we'll put one over the top of that heart. One over here to the side. And one right there. Very good. Okay, now that you've got the card all done, I like to take some Wink of Stella and put it on the two remaining hearts because glitter is always good when it doesn't rub off on your fingers and clothes and make a mess all over your house. That's my disclaimer. So Wink of Stella is remotely Dana approved glitter. Not always, but remotely. Alright, and then on the inside, we're going to take the little tiny heart and the next heart size bigger and the Poppy Parade ink. And we're just going to stamp a cute little cluster right here. Just like that. Alright folks, and there you have it. Easy peasy, super simple, absolutely adorable card. Now, how would I make the envelope? I would probably just stamp the little hearts like we did on the inside here, and then that would be good. So if you wanted to, you could cut just along the edge of the top of the basket. Maybe I'll do that. That would be nice too. Anyway, you can cut just above the edge of the basket so you're separating the flowers from the basket. And then you could stamp a single layer anyways on the front. You could do that, and you could do that for a cupcake as well. So anyway, all right guys, I hope that you liked today's project. I encourage you to try this one because it's super, super adorable, and I am so thankful that Miss Jessica came up with the idea of using the clouds and flowers for an ice cream cone, because gosh, it's so stinking cute. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I appreciate you guys so much. If you're not already a subscriber, click the subscribe button. Down in the description will be all of the details, my blog link, as well as where you can sign up for Paper Pumpkin if you'd like to get your own kit for next month. I do have a Paper Pumpkin group on Facebook called Paper Pumpkin Groupies, and I'd love for you to join us there if you are or want to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber. It is still celebration time until the 31st of March, which is just a few more days. So you can get prepaid subscriptions for Paper Pumpkin in 3, 6, or 12-month increments, and you can earn celebration rewards as well. So if you have any questions about that, you can let me know, or you can click one of the links down below to take you directly to my website. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.